What it do, what it does, what it is, what it was. All right, y'all. So I jumped on here for one specific reason. I have this conversation with somebody like almost every day because I get asked the same damn questions every day. So I figured, let me go ahead and make a video so I can illustrate what I'm talking about. And also, hey, it might even help you. You can, plug your own numbers into this and watch this over and over again and figure out how this strategy can work for you. For the sake of time and for the battery life on my phone, we're just going to use like one particular example, all right? So in this example, we're going to say we got a credit card that has a $15,000 limit and it has a $12,000 balance. Again, this might not be your situation. Your situation might be a $5,000 limit with a $2,500 balance. It looks different for everybody, but this situation this strategy will work for everybody. So let's just jump into it. So here's the deal. What I end up telling people every day is like, hey man, stop using your bank for everything. You use your bank for your life. You use your bank for your gas purchases. You use your bank for this, that, and the third, but you use your credit for rainy day money. You know what I'm saying? Or just in case something happens, well, I got an extra little fund over here, but you're afraid of them because you feel like they're going to charge you interest. So I don't want to mess with nobody on the interest side of things, right? So again, we kind of push the credit cards to the side and we praise our bank. So here is our bank. And for my illustration, we're going to make the bank look like a trap house, all right? The trap house, they have two things that they really give. They have a lot of products, but the main things is checking and savings. Now, let me just draw that back real quick. When I say they have a lot of products, because they're using your money to come up with these products. If you pull your money out of the bank, they have nothing to offer anybody whatsoever, so they close down. So this is how it works. So we got the savings account, we got the checkings account, we got the checking, we got the savings. Now the savings, the incentive on the savings is this. First off, we only want you to pull money out no more than 3 or 4 times. If you pull money out more than 3 or 4 times in a month, they're going to charge you a penalty or some type of fee, right? So that's because they want that money to sit. If that money sits, they can hustle with it. If that money sits, they can give people car loans. They can give home loans. They can give whatever the hell they want, certificates of deposit, so on and so forth. They can give bank products to people if you let your money sit. And as a reward for letting it sit, they give you 1% interest. That looks like basically, you get that statement at the end of the year to file on your tax return. Hey, you've made $3.17 in interest. Please file this on your taxes. So there you go. That's your incentive. You made $3.17 and they made trillions, right? Sounds fair? Yeah. Hey, anyway, so that's what the savings account does for them and for you. It allows them to stay in business. The checking account, don't really do much. They know what your spending habits are. They know when you get paid. They know that on the 1st, you go get this money, you go pay all your bills. They know that by the 10th, you're going to be, stopping the pump at $20 on the dot. You know what I'm saying? You go put $10.32 just because that's going to give you 3 gallons to get across the street. They know that. They know that by the 13th, that you're going to go ahead and make that last swipe at Walmart for a box of ramen noodles. But they know that you're getting paid again on the 15th. And by the 16th, you'll be at somebody's brunch turning up. They know your spending habits. They are not going to reward you for putting money here that comes and goes all day. You know what I'm saying? So the only real benefit to having a bank account is I guess it helps you pay bills. And when you're at the checkout, it makes life simple for you. You just get the swipe. You don't have to worry about somebody miscounting your money or anything. On a side note, if you ever have some cash and let's say your transaction comes out to $20.76 and you hand the cashier $20 and a penny, I bet they spaz out and start sweating. They not ready for that. I'm telling you, They not ready to have that conversation. Not these new cashiers. I'm an 80s baby, so we ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a quarter. Here we go. We gonna rock out. But the new ones, all they're used to is swipes. So anyway, that is the convenience of having a card. You get a chance to have convenient transactions. All right. So anyway, let's move on. So let's say with this example, let's say that you make somewhere around $60,000 a year. So let's just say that you bring in $5K a month. All right. So you put $5K into your bank account, and let's figure out your bills. So let's say that your rent is $1,600. That's for rent. Let's say that your bills and groceries and stuff like that. Let's say all of those expenses are $1,200. We'll just call those expenses. Let's say that you have a $450. That's a five. So you got a $450 car note. And then let's say you have a minimum payment on your credit card for about $300. So we'll just put CC right there. So grand total, what is that? That's $3,550. Somebody correct me, just put it in the comments if I'm wrong. All right, so that's $3,550. So out of that $3,550, let's say that, the rest of it is just what you put in the savings, right? So you got $3,550 a month minus the 5 bands. So that's $1,450 a month that you get a chance to put in the savings. Cool? We good? All right, let's go. So I'm trying to encourage you to take this same 5K and put it over here. All right. Put it in your credit card. Treat your credit card like they treat your savings account. They treat your savings account like active money they can use. Your credit card is active money that you can use. Your checking account is money sitting still. Your credit card is always moving. That's why they call it revolving credit. It's always doing something. So if you learn how to play it just right, it's going to work in your favor to the point where you might even quit your job. You're like, you know what, man? Look, man, I'm killing this credit game, and this credit game has allowed me to fund my business and do other things. So I'm stepping away from this because this ain't moving. This is just sitting. It's the same. It's the rat race. It's doing the same thing every month, and you're trying to figure out how to get out of it, right? So boom, let's say that you're putting your 5K over here now. Now, before we start with the numbers, let's understand where we are. All right. So right now, if we got a 12K balance on a 15K limit, right now, our credit card is about 80%. Don't nobody show us no love when our credit cards are at 80%. Actually, this is a scary number for some. If you don't know how to use credit or know how to work your finances, this is what it looks like to be drowning in debt. You just got a little bit of air to breathe, but technically you're going under. Now, my goal is to try to show you how to learn how to swim with debt instead of drowning. Because if you know how to swim, this is when you just be like, man, the water is a little high right now and the tide is kind of pulling, but I know how to swim. I'm a strong swimmer. I'll be all right. I just got to float for a little bit, right? So again, we're sitting at about 80% utilization. That's what that's called, a utilization. And we got $5,000 a month to work with. So what we're going to do is, first off, we're about to save ourselves $300 because now that we are putting our cash that's in our bank over here into our card at the frequency that we get paid. By the way, we're not paying our credit card once a month. We're paying it at the frequency that we get paid. So if you get paid every week, that means that there's a weekly payment. If you get paid every 2 weeks, that means that it's a bi-weekly payment. So again, that's the frequency that we're paying. By doing that, we're saving ourselves on a couple of things. A, we're saving ourselves on interest. Credit card companies make money off of interest. So the higher the balance and the longer that you carry it, that's how much money that they're able to make. So if they're able to make 30 days of interest on this $12,000, Well, they're saying, and these numbers might not be real, but they're saying, bet we made $300 and we can do that all day like it ain't nothing, right? We can do that for 15 years. Because this fool ain't ever finna get out of trouble. He gonna stay with this 12-something balance. He might get it down to 10, but then it's just gonna go right back up. So first off, there's no incentive for them to ever give you a limit increase because they are comfortably making this $300 a month for the next however long. So why do they need to give you anything? They're good. If they can make $300 a month off 1 million people for 15 years, man, you just pay for trips to Antigua for the whole family. So again, we're saving ourselves some of the interest by paying every time we get paid, because the interest resets every single time we make a payment, and it starts on the new balance. So if the new balance is lower than the old one, now it's going to start charging us daily interest off of that until we make another payment. So we're going to keep resetting the payment. And if you do this right, and let's say you got a side hustle and you get paid multiple times a week, if you do this right, you can damn near get away with 0% interest. Rewind it and listen to the example again if I'm talking too fast. But you can damn near get away with 0% interest because you keep shelling out money to this card and it's never getting a chance to accumulate anything. So A, you're saving money on interest. B, you're now wiping out this credit card payment because a credit card just needs to be satisfied. As long as that $300 hits that credit card, it wasn't going nowhere. They just happy that it hit, and you can turn around and use it as soon as it hits and it's satisfied. So now you just scratched that $1,450 and bumped up to $1,750 a month that you get a chance to save because you're using your credit card for everything. So let's rock. So again, we start off with a $12K balance, right? We make a payment of $5,000 for the month, for the whole month, right? So now that 12,000 is looking like 7,000, right? So now you're at 7,000, but again, we need to add back our 3,250 because we are paying our bills and everything that we have in our life, we're paying it on the credit card. So let's go ahead and take that 7,000 and add 3,250 back to that number. And then that's going to leave us with a total of $10,250 for the first month, right? So for month one, you started at 12K, you ended at 10,250. What's more important is you utilize your card quite a bit. You use it for all of your transactions. So that right there is building up your credit worthiness. That's a good habit. They like to see that. So let's move on to month number 2. So month 2, we start off at 10,250, right? We take that 5 bands, right? And now we're sitting at 5,250. All right, boom. So now at 5,250, we take 5,250 and add that 3,250 back to it. All right. And we're looking at, what is that? $8,500, right? Boom. So $8,500 by month 2. Now, I'm not going to do all of that over and over again. We know that we're saving $1,750, but the $1,750 is going straight to the card. So we're just going to take that number and keep it moving. So by month number 3, we should be at $6,750, right? By month number 4, we should be at $5,000. By month number 5, we should be at $3,250. By month number 6, we'll be at $1,500. And by month number 7, that joint will be paid off. Now, here's where the magic works. So again, we started off at 80%. Don't nobody want to mess with us. We're not getting any limit increase notifications. We're not getting any credit card offers coming in the mail. We just got a revolving credit and, that we're struggling with. But here's the crazy thing. By month number 4, we're just shy of being at 30%, right? 30% is a really good, healthy number. So this is what's happened. Month one, our credit worthiness went up because we were using the hell out of our card and our balance dropped. So it got reported that our balance dropped. That's good shit. Month number two, same thing, man. This guy's in a real good habit and his balance dropped by $1,750. Also, more good shit. Month number three, same thing. That's 3 months with a positive habit that they're looking at. And by month number four, you still got that positive habit going on, but now you're at 30%. Now, 30% is like getting a C in class, right? That's like, okay, this guy has a passing credit score. This guy right here is really working. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. We'll pass him. So they start giving you incentives when you get here, but since you're just now getting here, they probably want to see what it looks like for the next few months before they give you something. Because all of that looks good, but this is the first time in a long time that you've been at a healthy utilization, right? So then you go down here to month number 5 and bam, you right around the 20%. That's a B. So they're like, oh, this is something. Okay, now he got a B. He's studying. He's doing what he needs to do. He's doing the work. Cool. By month number 6, now you're under 15%. 15% is an A, and you're under 15%. So you basically at an A plus right now. By this time, that's when this, without you even asking, is probably going to go to 19K, right? And if you turn around and say, hey, I see you gave me the increase. I'm thankful, but can you get me more? Yeah, they'll be like, all right, bet. We'll jump that up to 20K. So now you got a $20,000 card that you can hustle with. And the utilization is marvelous, right? You can't get no better than that. So now the cool thing is the goal has been hit. You just paid off your 12K balance. Congratulations. It's been on your ass for a little bit. Now it's gone. But the smart thing to do so we can keep this train rolling is now that we got all the bad debt taken care of and we got good habits going, now let's turn around and find some other debt that we can attack. So now let's say you got a car loan, right? Let's say your car loan is you owe $15,000 on this car and you're tired of it, right? Cool. What happens with these credit cards is this will have let's say it'll have a $20,000 credit limit, but it might turn around and have a $15,000 cash limit as well, like a cash advance. So what you can honestly do with that is you could tell them, again, because you got this down and you got this controlled, you can tell them, hey, send me one of those cash advance checks, and you can write that check for the whole amount of that $15,000 car that you have, okay? Now, somebody might say, yeah, Mo, but them things right there, that's like 20-something% interest rate. I understand it's a 20% interest rate, but it's also simple interest. So let's say by this time you have another card, you got another card offered for another 20. Let's say that on that card, you're putting your bills on, and on this one right here, you're just putting that car that you just got or that you paid off on. Cool. We still know that we got $1,750 a month that we're playing with. So that interest, again, it's not going to be on a whole month. So by the time you finish breaking that interest down on that cash advance, you might be looking at about 7, 9, maybe 13% instead of that 22%. But each month is going to be lowering by $1,750. So how long will it take you to pay off that $15K? Right now, it just took us 7 months to pay off 12. So the $15,000 car loan might, should take, 9 months. Maybe 10 months. There's holidays and birthdays and things that come up, so it might take a little bit longer, but you're attacking everything financially using your credit card as leverage. And a couple things are happening, and I'm going to get out of here. When you're using your credit card as leverage, your credit limits keep going up. Your credit score keeps going up. By this time, you're looking at 750, 760, right? Your credit limit is high. Everybody's offering you shit. Now you get a chance to pick what type of cards you want. So if this new card that you got that was 20,000, that new card might be offering you reward miles. So you might start flying for free because you use it for everything in your life. So it just flips like crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's a million different things that's going on here, but it's all, we ain't even gonna go there. This is good shit. This is bad shit. Over here, you just trying to get it out. You know what I'm saying? You trying to survive. You scratching and surviving, good times. Hanging in a chow line, good times. But it's just money sitting versus money that's doing backflips. Y'all be good. Hit me in the comments or hit me in the inbox if you have questions. Yes, we do this, man. One.